Hi and welcome. It's episode number 73 of Michigan's AutoTalk. Every episode of Michigan's AutoTalk is about celebrating the automobile, everything automotive. We're also all about helping and supporting you, car and truck owners, across our great state of Michigan, birthplace of everything automotive. Remember, you can find us everywhere you hear your podcast, including iHeartRadio. Yes, we're on the iHeartRadio app, primed and front and center, as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In this segment, well, this is exciting because this is a very timely segment for, well, the return of the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, the Media Day, September 14th, but more importantly, the Mustang Stampede. And we are here with Ford Enthusiast Communications Manager, Jiyan Cadiz. And Jiyan, did I get your last name right?
You have it right. Cadiz is right.
All right, good. Well, that's more that's more important. I know I won't mispronounce Mustang, but I mean, let's face it, this is a big deal. You know, I had heard about the Mustang Stampede a long time ago, and obviously we dealt with COVID for a couple of years. Is this a regular thing, or has this happened in the past? Give us a little lowdown on what kind of an event this is, and then we'll talk about the particulars for this year's Mustang Stampede.
So actually, the Stampede is the debut event for the all-new 7th generation Mustang.
Okay.
So this is quite unique. Right now, we have over 1,000 cars registered that are going to join us on September 14th for the debut of the new Mustang. Right? When we debut a Mustang, you know, it's for the fans, it's for our enthusiasts.
Oh yeah.
And you know, there's no better way to do it when you know that the auto show has been trying to work over the last couple of years to, you know, through the pandemic, to your point, to bring the show back and have more of an outdoor festival. Well, we wanted to take that opportunity. And really, you know, media days prior have always only been for the media. So why not leverage this opportunity to be outside, bring our enthusiasts in, and let them experience that debut moment that usually is only reserved for the media. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, and you said, Jiyan, this is pretty amazing. 7th generation of Ford Mustang that's about to be unveiled at this event. This is very exciting. This will all take place at Ford World headquarters, and then it's essentially over 1,000 Mustangs essentially cruising to downtown Detroit. I know there's a little more involved in that, but 7 generations of a Mustang. That's a pretty big deal, Jiyan.
It's huge because not only is it, you know, 7 generations, and we've never missed a model year, right? There's been a lot of sports cars in time. But, you know, from an American nameplate standpoint, we're the only one that's lasted this long. We're proud of that. At the same time, right, we've produced more than 10 million of these Mustangs for around the globe. And it is Motor City's hometown sports car. It is, you know, the pride and heart of Ford in many ways. And at the same time, it does such a great job encouraging, you know, people to be Ford fans or have interest in Ford, or, you know, attract folks we never usually talk to, because Mustang spans such a broad audience that, you know, it does great things for the company, and we know the new one's going to do just that and even more. Okay,
somebody listening to this podcast who's a Mustang owner and they want to head down to this. I mean, you've got over 1,000 cars. I'm assuming there's still room for them to register.
We're coming up pretty close to probably the max right now.
Okay.
You know, at some point, you know, it might get too large, we could say, but you know, from my perspective, obviously the more the merrier. But I think our law enforcement at some point would probably be pleased if we close registration soon. But yeah, over 1,000 cars are going to make their way from Ford's World headquarters on Wednesday afternoon. We're going to find our way with the help of state police, Wayne County Sheriff, Dearborn Police, and Detroit Police, to make that possible, to get all the way through downtown. Arguably, that's kind of the start of rush hour too, right? So a lot of logistics involved. You know, we are very appreciative of all the support we've been getting from all the municipalities to make this happen. There is a chance, you know, right, this in the past, somewhere between 900 and then more recently 1,300 Mustangs were that is the largest parade of Mustangs to date. There is a chance that this record could be broken depending on how things go. So We are extremely excited, right, to have this Stampede opportunity, to have our enthusiasts join us, and it's going to really fuel the energy and the excitement for the night.
So all the cars, whether it's 950 or 1280, and it would be cool to set a world record, all the cars will arrive at Ford World Headquarters around 3 o'clock. This is on Wednesday, September 14th. The Stampede Convoy to Detroit begins at 5:30. Pre-show, food, music, and entertainment at 6:30. And then the actual debut of the brand new 7th generation Mustang, which there's just a ton of buzz about that. That happens at 8 o'clock next, it's Wednesday the 14th. And then a big after party. And I would assume even if you don't have a Mustang, there'll be a lot of people lining the streets, not only around Hart Plaza, but just, on the way there. What a cool thing to watch 1,000+ Mustangs parading through your neck of the woods. And Jiyan, you're welcoming, for those hearing this, you're welcoming all years of the Mustang, all generations from, first generation to the Fox body to whatever you might have. All models are welcome. And did I read you are encouraging people to dress up in an era that fits their car year?
Yeah, that's correct. So the best Stang decade is our period dress contest. Right, Mustang has been such a culturally relevant, consumer product. Right, it's spanned since '64 as a '65 model to today, all these different generations. Right, 6 decades, and we're encouraging our enthusiasts and our fans to come on out dressed as their favorite Mustang decade. Maybe it's relevant in the sense of they want to dress like a movie character or a TV character who had a Mustang. That's wonderful. We're going to take 2 of the best dressed contestants from each decade, and we're going to pare it down to obviously 3 finalists, including a grand prize winner that will have a 2-year lease of the all-new Mustang GT. Our second place gets the opportunity to have an early drive of the all-new Mustang. And third place, we're going to bring out one of our Ford performance drivers and let them do some hot laps in the new Mustang. Again, we encourage folks to dress up. Mustang's been with us for so long. There's so many different ways that you could dress for this, and we, leave it to our fans to figure out how they're going to come, stylized for the moment.
And like you said, 2 selected from each generation, and you'll whittle it down. You're going to give away the 2-year lease, a chance to almost literally drive away in a new Mustang. Very, very cool. How do people, as they're hearing you and me talk about this, Jiyan Cadiz, Ford Enthusiast Communications Manager with us here on Michigan's Auto Talk podcast, how do people register for this event? I'm assuming this is online, or at least learn more if they'd like to just check it out as a spectator.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's MustangStampedeDetroit.com. Again, MustangStampedeDetroit.com, all one phrase there. And that's where our website is for this Stampede event. You can see details about the Stampede, the schedule for the Stampede, more about the Best Stang Decade period dress contest, as well as information about the auto show, and then events as well as other things that we have during that week, right? So we've got all these folks coming in from around the country on the 14th to do this drive with us, this huge convoy. We also have events with Hagerty, right, the insurance company from Traverse City. Hagerty events, they're going to be doing events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, including Cars and Community, where Mustang is featured, including the new Mustang. And then on Sunday, it'll be Concours, which used to be in Plymouth, will now be at the Detroit Institute of Arts on Sunday morning. We'll also have a Mustang display there. So great week for Mustang all around in Detroit. Motor City's hometown sports car. We're trying to do it big. I know our fans are going to make it big for us, and we're just excited for the hours ahead.
Time to get out the go-go boots or the parachute pants if you're doing, the Fox body Mustang. And, I don't know if you're driving a current generation Mustang. You figure out your own attire, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. We have so many Mustang fans, not only across the great state of Michigan, but across the country. This will be just an epic event. Of course, It is media day for the North American International Detroit Auto Show, and huge anticipation for this show, which is really one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated event in the world of automotive enthusiasm and automotive enthusiasts. The public show doesn't open, though, for a few more days. That'll be September 17th, runs through the 25th. And a lot of the show, both indoors and outdoors, I've seen some of the prep they're doing, Jiyan, for Hart Plaza. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's going to be a big, big deal.
Yeah, it will be. It's great to have the show back. It's been on a hiatus for, 3.5 years. The dream to have the North American International Auto Show as an outdoor event, away from the cold January that it's always been, is exciting, right? We finally get this opportunity to try it, and for us, taking over Hart Plaza as our debut opportunity for the 7th generation Mustang right in the heart of Detroit is super key for us. It's essentially where Woodward starts or Woodward ends, depending on how you look at it, right? So to be adjacent to the America's first paved road and where the first stoplight existed, all that, it's exactly right where we need to be, and we know our fans appreciate those little details.
Indeed, and I know a lot of people will appreciate checking it out. The annual Ford Mustang Stampede, and that is September 14th. That's a Wednesday. And you can check out more, MustangStampedeDetroit.com. I hope I got that web address right, Jiyan.
You got it right.
Okay.
You have it right.
I wanted to make sure. We're doing our best here. Jiyan Cadiz, Ford Enthusiast Communications Manager. Always a pleasure to be able to learn about exciting new things, not only with Ford. I'm a Ford guy. I've come from a Ford family, so this is special. I don't know. I don't own a Mustang. I own a '65 Galaxy 500 convertible.
Nice car.
Yeah, it's a nice car. It looks like a large boat. If you haven't seen it, it looks like a boat on wheels, but almost as much style and pizzazz as the Ford Mustang. And what a great event it will be! The annual Mustang Stampede, the first ever in anticipation of the 7th generation Ford Mustang. Jiyan Cadiz joining us from Ford Motor Company. Thank you so much for your time. It's always great to be able to check in with you folks from Ford. A lot of exciting things going on with Ford and the Ford brand. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
And that puts the wraps on episode number 73. Michigan's Auto Talk, thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you again real soon. I'm producer Phil Tower.